Savage.
Indianapolis, George, you're on the Savage Nation.
Hi, how are you? Hello.
Next case, off the air. Let me explain the rules again. When you get on the show, don't ask me how I am, please. I won't take your call. I'm a rude guy. I don't want you to ask me how. You know, when I listen to talk radio driving in a car, the local yokels do this. Hey, Bob, how are you? Good, John. How are you? Fine. Good. What are you calling about, Bob? Out. Off. I'm listening to Mantovani music at that point. Anything. I'm listening to Mexican love songs. I'm listening to baseball. Anything. I'm the button scanning. Hi, you're on WBZD. How are you? Good. It's not CB radio. I'm not in a truck. I'm not Breaker One here. It's a radio show. National radio. Get up there and say your piece. You're so brainwashed that all you can do is give me the one-track message that somebody jammed down your stupid head.
Savage.
All right, Jennifer, I'll be nice to you. You say that you disagree with me. What is it that you disagree with?
But I've seen in-depth interviews with family members who've lost loved ones.
But have you seen one dead body yet? Have you seen one picture of a dead American body?
No, I haven't.
Okay, and that's the point I'm making. The Society of Professional Journalists has issued this. You're not going to believe this, Jennifer, and I may be able to convert you on the spot. This was reported by the Weekly Standard Stephen Hayes. Listen to this, and I'm quoting now. The Society of Professional Journalists issued this, quote, on how to counter racial, ethnic, and religious profiling when covering a story. Point 5, they write. And they're telling this to the people who write all of our news. Quote, when writing about terrorism, remember to include white supremacists and radical anti-abortionists and other groups with a history of such activity. 9. Avoid using terms such as jihad unless you are certain of their precise meaning, and include the correct pronunciation when they are used in quotations. The basic meaning of jihad is to exert oneself for the good of Islam and better oneself. 10. Use spellings preferred by the American Muslim Council, including Muhammad, Quran, and not Mecca. 12. Ask men and women from within targeted communities to review your coverage and make suggestions. Do you understand what point 12 means, Jennifer? Ask men and women from within targeted communities to review what you write and make suggestions. Do you know what that is?
It means that they're trying to make sure that the reporter is educated about the communities they're reporting on.
Okay, so why is it that when they write about the tobacco industry, they don't go and ask the tobacco manufacturer about tobacco? Why is it that when they're writing about Christian fundamentalists, they never go and ask a priest about Christian fundamentalism before publishing it? Why is it when they're publishing a report about one priest who molested a boy, they don't go and ask a bishop about Catholicism?
When you're talking about cultural nuances for a culture that you're not familiar with, that's different.
Excuse me. Look, Jennifer, you're so brainwashed that all you can do is give me the one-track message that somebody jammed down your stupid head. Why don't you grow up and recognize that you become a collaborator?
I thought you were going to be nice to me.
I was going to be nice to you. I changed my mind. You got me mad.
Savage.
I thought you were going to be nice to me.
Going on. Okay, I'm going to take your calls and then we're going to move on to something far less interesting. Let's blow through the callers on the Savage Nation. Sacramento, Matt, go ahead. Comment on Wienergate.
Michael Savage, this Blue Monday had a silver lining in it. Let me tell you, this press conference exceeded my expectations. It was more entertaining than a Michael Bay movie. In my opinion, Christmas came early. And
whoa. Do you think the global warming fanatics, the people without any education whatsoever beyond the fifth grade education in science, are going to stop believing in Al Gore's myths because of this?
No, because they're all high. They're all high on whatever they're smoking.
Is he on medication? Do you think he's on some psychotropic drug? I mean legal medication like an antidepressant?
No, he's high on his own ego is the problem with Anthony Weiner. That's the problem.
So he's just high on his own ego.
He thinks he's above the law. He thinks that he's above the fray, and it's like you say, absolute power corrupts absolutely. This man thought he was untouchable, and I think it's wonderful. You say turn down the barbecue grill? No, I say turn up the barbecue grill. The weenie roast is just getting started.
Oh, you're bad. You bad. You're enjoying this. That is so unchristian of you to savor a man's suffering. I actually cringed for him. I felt bad for him. It's like he has no judgment. His father, if he's still alive, wouldn't say, Anthony, stop already. Pinocchio comes to mind, but this is not about Wiener's nose. I mean, for God's sakes, it's getting horrible.
If this doesn't put chills through your spine, you have to go to michaelsavage.com and see the picture Art found under the headline, Obama declares war to bury scandals. You must see the picture of the man that Obama has just done a deal with to go to war against Assad. Now, you know, Russia is supporting Assad. You understand what's at stake, don't you? Even the dumbest of you can understand what's at stake. Now, 2 weeks ago, Obama said that he didn't know if they had used chemical weapons. He wasn't sure, and I supported him. I said there's no evidence. All of a sudden, as the scandals have escalated, he suddenly decided that they did use sarin gas. Well, I ask, where are the pictures? Where's the evidence? I ask, where's the United Nations? I ask, where's the UN Human Rights Commission? I ask, where is the evidence that Assad used chemical weapons? I haven't seen it. Have you? Now, we know when Saddam Hussein used chemical weapons on the poor Kurdish people, there was video of that. It was horrendous to see twisted, bloated bodies. Nobody could argue with that. But how can anyone believe this liar? One scandal after another, and now he says he knows they use sarin gas. Where is the evidence? Where is the UN? Where's the international community? Do you believe him? Do you believe that they use sarin gas, and therefore we should go to war now? Now, whose side are we on? We're on the side of Al-Qaeda. We're on the side of Al-Qaeda in Syria, a group that killed a 15-year-old boy last week, executed him in front of his parents because he insulted the Prophet Muhammad. They took him out and they killed him in front of his parents. That's who Obama is creating a no-fly zone for and sending heavy weapons to. I would say to you that I get sick reading this and I can't do it anymore. I wouldn't be lying to you, but I will do it because I'm not going to quit. I just can't walk away from this anymore. I cannot believe what's going on, how this country is unraveling so rapidly. I feel as though the country has unraveled right in front of my eyes. There's been a coup, and that I don't know who's on our side anymore. I have no way to tell you that this is not wearing on me. It is wearing on me. I came to work today figuring I'd read you some of my... I would lighten the load a little bit for me and the listener. I would read some of my family stories and give... Everyone loves those. I can't do it right now. How is this possible? How is this possible that this man gets away with this? Well, there's an answer. The answer's simple. There's been a coup. There's no government anymore. That's all. It's that simple. And I say, well, wait a minute. What do you mean there's been a coup? Yeah, there's been a coup in America. We've had a coup in the United States of America. And, I used to say beware the government media complex. But I'm going to polish that a little bit. It's not a government media complex. The media is the government. So when you see the stoners on ABC, CBS, NBC wearing pancake makeup with nice suits giving you the state news, they are the government. When you see the empty skirts on CNN like Candy Crowley, that slob, that buffo frog who threw the election by attacking Romney and used stilted questions so that Obama could finally shine again after he lost the first debate, she is the government. She works for the government. All of these people are government agents, one way or the other. I don't mean they receive a check from the government. I don't mean little Wolfie Blitzer receives a check from the Defense Department. Don't get me wrong. But he receives a check from CNN's holding company, Time Warner, which in my opinion is part of the government in the sense that it represents only government-controlled positions. So if you represent only government-controlled positions, you're in essence a state-owned entity. You are Izvestia or Pravda, which existed in the Soviet Union as official organs of the Stalinist regime. Is it any different in America? With rare exception, yes. And those exceptions are diminishing ever so rapidly.
I'm so sick of them! I'm so sick of the brainwashing about Islam and Muslims and the Quran! Shove it! Shove it all! I'm sick of it! Take the music off. These throwbacks think they're better than you underneath it all, and 90% of them are on welfare. Speak it out at the supermarket. Tell them what you think of Islam. Tell them what you think of Muslims. Say it on the supermarket line. And don't care what stares you get from those dumb idiots who are checking out behind you with their Cracker Jacks. I can see what it says in their book of hate. Make no mistake about it, the Quran is not a document of freedom. The Quran is a document of slavery and chattel. It teaches you that you are a slave. Don't tell me I need re-education. They need deportation. You can take CAIR and throw them out of my country. I don't want to hear any more about Islam. I don't want to hear one more word about Islam. Take your religion and shove it up your behind. I'm sick of you.